What's going on? What is going on? It is your boy Smooth Blaze, and I'd like to welcome you back to Walking with a Purpose, embracing the journey before you reach the destination. Episode 5. Now, before we get into any major points for this week, please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Also, hit that notification bell, select all, so you will not miss one video. Now, last week or a couple weeks ago, what we discussed was what were the results that I've produced? What results have I produced? Now, for this week, what we're going to centrally focus on will be uncomfortable sacrifices. Again, uncomfortable sacrifices and what should be left in 2023. Now, what I can understand about this is one, learning who you are and learning yourself. The first thing that I learned about myself is I'm only one person, meaning that I can only do so much in order to get the results that I expect. Two, life will not be easy. There's going to be some ups, there's going to be some downs, but you have to learn how to navigate through those spaces. Having peace of mind. That's the most important thing that you can ever have out here, especially during these difficult times. A peace of mind is the most important thing to have. Knowing that your breakthrough is coming. I understand that my breakthrough is coming very soon. I may not know how it's coming, but I can see and show myself a proof that things will happen. Last, dead weight can prevent you from achieving your goals. So when we look at uncomfortable things or things that we need to get rid of, there are certain things you need to sacrifice as we are transitioning from 23 into 24. Now, look at some of the healthy habits that you have for yourself as well. You got to always look at this. Healthy habits. First would be taking time for myself to reflect. As you take time for yourself, you have to realize where you're going versus what you're going to do. Next would be saying no when you can't fully commit. It's okay to be in situations where before you was able to do it, now you can't, and things happen. Just be comfortable with saying no. Write out a plan annually and make adjustments. Every year, at the end of the year, going into the new year, map out a plan, and I'll also map out a plan and adjust as the year progresses because things in life happens. Stop feeding into negative people. There's always going to be negative energy around you. Make sure you can try to move away from those persons or those things that bring upon those negative energy or those negative vibes so that you won't be dragged into all these things. So always keep that in mind when you're navigating through these different spaces. In addition to that, protect what goes in and out of your temple, meaning your body, your mind, and your spirit. Those things have to be aligned in order to keep yourself sane. Lastly, focus on what a person does versus what they say. Everybody talk a good game, but when it's time to actually execute, you're just going to determine everything. So when you're looking to separate or sacrifice certain things or certain persons, you have to look at how they move versus what the reality is. So when we go through that, you have to look at your time. Time matters for everything. Time waits for nobody. So as I reflect after 2023, how well did I manage my time? In addition to that, how well did I utilize the free time that I have? We all have time where we get lazy and we procrastinate, and that happens. But during that time, what are we doing in order to get to that point where we can make those adjustments and move forward? So that's something else to think about. In addition to that, financial management. Now that I paid my last bill for this year, that was rough. Not gonna lie to you. How does it make you feel? In addition to that, do I believe 24 will be a prosperous year, or will I be in continuous bondage? Now, when you pay off your bill, it feels good to say, you got everything paid off for this year, right? But a few days later, it's time to pay for 24. So that feeling of completed something is something that you always should keep cherish. However, as you go into 24, think about what you can do financially that'll get you more money back by paying off this or letting go of this or stepping away from certain things to allow yourself enough time to do what you have to do. So always think about those things. And as we get to the final portion of it, your faith base is the most important thing out of all things. As you're looking at being uncomfortable with the sacrifice that you're making to make sure that you have a better result as you're leaving 23. And what things you should leave behind 23. Biggest thing is this: as we step into 2024, how has our relationship with God changed? In addition to that, do I trust that He holds the key to my future? And am I still trying to do everything on my own? In life, we have to understand who's in control and what we cannot control. Regardless of the fact, financially, you can't always control that. Life circumstances, you cannot control that. Certain aspects of your life you have control of, but as long as you lean on God and let Him fight those battles that you can't, you'll be okay, I promise you. And the biggest thing is, based on how you feel and based on how you've connected with God through this year, how can we make sure that it's prosperous and not in bondage? You have to understand that saying no to certain things, move a certain way, and also following what He wants is going to make sure you get the results that you're looking for. So now that we are at the end of 23, man, what's going to be the next move? There's a few things I want you to take with you as you transition out of the current year into 2024. Be bold and confident in who you are. You don't have to pretend, you don't have to front, be you. Next, hold on to God's unchanging hands. At the end of the day, regardless of what you're going through, do not let go of God's hand, because at the end of the day, He knows what you need to do. He knows what's best for you, so make those adjustments and push through. Next, disconnect from toxic things and people. There's people that we already know in our life that we still deal with that we need to let go of. Move on from that and make sound decisions as you go into this year, because you bringing that weight is not going to help. In addition to that, gain control over your money, meaning erase certain things. Say that I'm not going to have this for a few months so that I can get the results that I want, and then maybe I can get it back if I need to. Being able to gain control of your money, pay off some stuff. Make time for your own well-being. We spend so much time making time for our job, for our organization, for family, for friends, for associates. And sometimes we forget about ourselves. Your well-being matters the most because you have to take care of you. Lastly, do not lose sight of your goals. Just because you may have not reached the goal in a time frame that you expected, do not lose sight that you're going to get it. You're going to get there. You just have to be patient. You have to be focused. So, as we close, I would like to thank you for checking out my channel. Please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. I need all those things. Hit that notification bell as well and select all. But before we go, let's keep this simple phrase with us as we transition into this new year. We cannot control the hand that was dealt for us, but we can move with purpose. It is your boy, Smooth Blaze, and I'm signing out.